Welcome, my lovelies, to Mama Beyond's site, and I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Today's topic is how the cowrie shell speaks and the wines, along with teaching you how to utilize the cowrie shells spiritually. Okay, my lovelies. So, to no further ado, let me plug in my mic and if you have any questions, my lovelies, under this topic or any topic that I post, you could always leave me a comment in the comment box below. There is no silly questions, um, and we all learn from each other. Okay, and also watch and share out my videos to those that need these messages. So if you are very interested in speaking to spirit yourself, here on Mama Beyond site will give you the basics on spirituality, okay, and practices that I grew up with, the Ruba religion, Lukumi, and espiritual. All right. So I'm going to turn you around so you can see my table. And once again, thank you to my new subscribers, and thank you to my old subscribers for always being there and giving me love and support. I appreciate you guys so much. And together we rise. You know, this is what this channel is about. It's about growth and helping you out into understanding the basics of spirituality and how to develop your spirituality yourself. All right. Let's see if it stays in place. Hopefully you could see my table. And if not, please let me know. All right. So to begin with, there are many tools to use as divinations, as the cowie shells, as tarot cards. Some people will use as a divination tool a cup of water. This over here. All right. Or a candle. Some people will read tea leaves or um, the residue of coffee. Okay. Um, and some people, some spiritualists don't need any tools at all. You know, don't make one or the other any better or any less. It's just the form of how your spirit wants you or is stronger to use certain tools. As I mentioned before, I or I forgot. You also there are some people um, that use scribing, auto writing. Um, that's when they take a piece of paper and a pencil and they start just writing, or scribbling. And after, it's a long process. If you're interested, I will show you um, how to scribe. Okay, but that also entails spirit. So this is why I always mention meditation and you focusing on certain um, energies, water, fire, air, uh, earth, uh, so you could begin to awaken those energies. Your five senses will bring you to your sixth sense. And many of us already have the sixth sense. It's just dormant, it's just asleep. And we need to awaken it. And this is the importance of these meditations, prayers, chanting, um, to awaken that within. Okay? So, as soon as you will feel a calling towards any of these divination tools, um, as I always say, research, 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 research. Okay. So Mama Be on site here. We're going to start with the cowie shells. All right. Later on, if you're interested in how to activate your tarot cards, I will do that. Okay. But we're going to put this aside and we're going to focus on, maybe I'll do another series. Uh, we'll do this series number 1, the cowie shells, and then we'll go on. All right. So the history of cowie shells. The cowie shells go back thousands and thousands of years in the African religion. Uh, they used to use it as money. Okay, and they also used it as decoration on for males and females, I believe. I don't know. This cowie shell feels funny. Anyway, um, so you could Google that and do more research and more intense um, background on where the cowie shell started. And it's you could go as further back as the South Nigeria, where our a lot of our Lukumi um, tribe came from, um, Gongos, etc. So after a while, they started um, using the cowrie shells as a divination tool, as in part of their rituals. For example, um, they might use it as a love ritual. Um, they could use it as a ritual to pull in money, etc. As the time has gone by, um, again, this is used for divination. Um, the babalaos or a santero um, would use it as, especially a babalao, I want to say, that uses the kawi shells to, and babalaos are high priests, you could say, in the Aruba religion that has Odudumari, I mean, Orula, and with Orula, they could depict your guardian angel, the name of your guardian angel. They could also read with the kawi shells your life path and things that you should do and things that you shouldn't. Um, if you're interested in that, please further your educate yourself on that. And they usually use 16 to 17 shells. Okay, and each shell will have a a uh, a number and a name. Okay, um, but I don't use it like that because I'm not a babalao. I use it spiritually, and only because I have a spiritual guide that uses kawi shells and, believe it or not, chicken bones to do divinations and tarot cards. So I use 4 for the yes and no. And um in the Aruba religion and the Santeros, they use they use the cowrie shells, but is obi obi is using four pieces of a coconut. They would throw them in front of the saint. Let's say they did an offering or a petition to Elegua. So they would um, place the offering in front of Elegua or whichever saint, and then they would pray and then throw the opi, if I'm saying it right, the coconut shells. There will be four pieces, and it's the same basic notion as the cowrie shells, a yes or no. So they would throw that in front of the saint and ask them if they satisfied with the offering. Do they want something else uh, in that offering to complete the petition? And whatever other questions they might ask. So they will go through the yes or no process. If the cowrie shells turn up all backs up, there will be a no. And they ask, are you satisfied with the ritual? Are you satisfied with the offering? And the spirit would answer no. So the person would have to go back and refix that offering or ask them what more can they offer. Okay. But Mama Beyonce uses it for a yes or no question with the cowrie shells. Okay. And as I explained before, there are two different forms of cowrie shells. I don't know, hopefully you could see that. You got the cowrie shell with the back up. Trying to see where the camera's at. Okay. The back up. You see it has its back. The back is depicted to be a male. And the back depicts no. The answer no. The other side that looks like a mouth is a female, depicted to be a female. Okay. And when the cowrie shell is pointing this way is a yes. But all depends how the other three shells are pointing also. But this is a yes and this is a no. This is male, the back is male, and the front is female. Okay. I personally don't like to use these shells with the back because when you throw them, they'll roll around. And being that I have to touch them, when I touch them, I'll move it out of position. So I try my best to use the ones without a back. Hopefully you could see that. The back is cut off of this one. Does it make a difference if the back is cut off? Does it cut off the energy? No, it does not. Okay. Male and female. They've done that just for the cowrie shell to lay better and not move around like when you do the ones with the back. You know, like for myself, again, if I have to touch it, it moves around. But no, it does not take the essence of the spirit away. All right. So how does this work? It's believed that spirit speaks through um the cowrie shell, Elegua, the owner, and always the door opener for any the rituals or offerings or praises that we do. Okay. So and each shell essence of a spirit lives. Okay. This is how they speak through um this is how the message is transmitted. you know some people have bigger shells, and it will be Yemaya's shell or Batala shell, etc. But it's always Elegua first. All right. These opi or the coconut shells or the kawi shells are supposed to be thrown on the floor when you're doing a reading. But I have permission to do them on the table because of my physical being, meaning my eyesight, and mama can't bend too much anymore. So um, I have permission to do that. The other thing is no, no, and no. For the women, when you are in your time of the month, when you have your period, you should not, you should not, you should not touch uh, the kawi shells, tarot cards, um, spiritual beads, elekes, any of those items. You should not. We have to keep in mind that when a woman is menstruating, um, when she has her period, you're throwing out old blood. You're throwing out dirty blood. So, you don't want to touch any of the spiritual tools at this moment. So, I've read also that if you're under 35 and female, you shouldn't touch the cowrie shells at all. You should be older than, and it's because of the monthly menstruation. All right. If you're interested in that, do research. Okay. So now I'm going to show you. Um, Let me take four. Okay, and put these over there. Um, for standard uh how when the cowies lay the meaning. Okay. So let's start with the first. Is Alafia. And Alafia in the Yoruba religion in the South Nigeria language, and maybe an Egyptian, the word means peace. Okay. Alafia is 4 miles up. Hopefully you could see that. It's when the kawi shells are with the split that looks like a woman's is up. When it's facing female, when all four kawi shells are up, it's a lafia. It means a yes, a definite yes. But it has a precaution on it. Okay. Depending on who you are reading or what was that question asked, um, that caution uh, you would have to explain, right? So the next one is Ife. Ife is 2 mouths up and two backs up. The female, you got two females facing up, and two males back facing up. That's a Ife. A Ife is good also. It's a well balanced, yes. And a little tidbit: the word Ife in South Nigeria is a place, but it means go forward, building, accomplishing. You know, go forward. Things are moving. All right, Ife. Two mouths up and two backs up. Now, Itawa. One mouth up and three backs up. One female, mouth up, and three males facing up. That's the Itawa. Itawa means that is not perceived right now. It's in spirit's hands. And when I say it's in spirit's hands, it's because it's not in play here on earth. You know, your spirit guides are either holding it or they are still working on that path for you. You know, lining up people, lining up places, lining up things for you. Okay. Or you are not in the right state or emotional time or place for you to 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 move on with whatever it was that you asked that you got a tower. Okay. So when I say it's in spirit's hands, that means that you should um just wait, let it go and wait. You know, your spirit guides are working on it. Or they're holding back on the situation because you are not mentally or emotionally ready for the situation to come into fruition. And Itawa means you know, exactly in spirit's hands. This is a um uh divine energy in play. A divine energy is working on the situation. So when you get a Itawa, you will have to throw it with the same question. If the second time you throw with the same question and it comes out a Itawa again, you should leave that question alone. Now, Ukana is three mouths up and one back up. This also is in spirit's hands. Okay, but this is more near than the Itawa. Okay, this is, you could say, it's coming sooner than if you would get an Itawa. Itawa is telling you to let go. This is still in spirit's hands, that is still in the works. Your spirit guide is still working on it. Your guardian angel is still working on this question for you, but is closer than if you would get a tower. So again, this is not a particular yes, it's not a particular no. Ukana is kind of is in between. Okay, it's neither yes or no. You can say maybe, all right, but it's still in the works. It's still in spirit's hands. And what did we say? Spirit hands means that it's out of your hands. You know, spirit is working on it. Your spiritual guides are working on it. And lastly, all four backs up. All four shells are facing male up, all backs up. It's Oyeko. Okay, Oyeko is a completion, a um, is done. There's no movement. You know, in the South Nigeria language, you could translate it also to Oya, and your Oya is Orisha of death. But we're not necessarily speaking about death, physical death, but death of something, of a situation, a death of a way of thinking, a situation, something ending, because something new is about to begin. Okay, my lovelies. So, if you have any questions about the cowrie shells, all right, leave me a comment. When you utilize when you start, there are certain prayers that in the near future I will show you on the prayers to activate your cowrie shells, and some ingredients to put. Don't put your cowrie shells in salt. I don't know, salt does um take away negative energy, but you don't have to put salt on everything. It's like putting salt on your crystals. People don't understand. You put salt on your crystals, and you're you're destroying the properties, the energy in that crystal. So don't put salt on everything. Everything does not need salt. All right. But there are some herbs and holy water, cascarilla, the eggshell, that you could bless your cowrie shells with. All right. So, my lovelies, I hope you understood that. And again, I use my cowrie shells as a spiritual divination tool. Um, I am a espiritista, not a babalao. And a babalao will give you a more extensive life path reading. And once again, they're able to tell you the name of your guardian angel. Santera too, but babalao is more in depth. Okay, if you want to go down that road, and if you don't, that's fine too. But this is tools that I'm giving you, um food for thought. Okay, knowledge. All right. So I'm going to post another video uh clarifying my video that I posted about how to prepare your spiritual table. So if you're interested in that, watch the next video. Yeah, my lovelies, I appreciate you so much. I love to go on live, and I miss many of you guys. So leave me a comment. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me, is the meditation working for you? You know, if you have any questions, you could leave in the description below. Please like and share, and subscribe if you have not. Mama Beyond Sight welcomes you home. I love you very much. Be blessed and be well. Sorry. Remember, a small star in a dark sky shines bright, and so do you, my lovelies. And we are shining together. Come on. I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Come on. 4 comes now. Smooches. Later.
Side key settings.